Good morning, team. Uwe Jacobs, Property Strategist from Property Friends, sending you kind regards from Geraldton, Western Australia. Well, isn't life interesting? The real big message that I want to give up front is whatever you do, go to the sites where you purchase. The difference between off-site research and touching, feeling, smelling the place is so stark and so important to know and understand. It is just unbelievable in my mind that anybody would purchase a property sight unseen. So for the ones that use buyer's agents or property strategists like us in the purchase of properties, I strongly recommend to go to the location. Check it out yourself. I mean, what is $1,000? I can fly up to Cairns, Townsville, fly up to Geraldton in a day. Yes, it is a long day. You start off early in the morning, but you're back home at night. But you've seen the location. There is such a difference between one suburb and the other, between one end of the street and the other, between the right-hand side and the left-hand side of the street. And if you want to optimize your income and growth potential, I reckon it is really important to know exactly where we are investing. So I get off my hobby horse. Very early over here, 5:30 a.m. The 3 hours difference to the west coast, to the east coast, between the west and the east coast is quite remarkable. Now let's get on to Geraldton. Geraldton is a town now in the Midwest of Western Australia that has about 47,000 people on last stats that I can get my hands on to. Geraldton is growing like crazy, which is a function of lifestyle. There is a huge expansion in the health sector. A lot of people are coming in. A extension to the existing hospital has been done and will be completed by June, we understand. 150 people will be flying in and flying out. That's medical staff. You can imagine what that does to a market that is around 1% rental vacancy at the moment, before those 150 people. Now, that 150 people doesn't necessarily mean that 150 homes are required, but certainly at the very least 75. So we are putting in information requests, we're talking to people. We will certainly get into that game and into the fray of that. We have had discussions with the government parties already, and everything going okay. We'll be able to offer 10-year leases at very, did I say very healthy returns. So a very interesting project. Obviously, we're not going to put 150 homes down in one swag, but we have ideas of putting forward, and we have put forward expression of interest already for a large number of homes. And you see, this is the good part. I have been working in Geraldton since 2005. So what's that like? 21 years. I know who is who in the zoo over here. So it is really interesting to catch up with people, to see what has happened in the last 21 years. And we've been here intermittently. But moreover, the contexts that we have forged allow us to go through doors that other people don't get into, that other people don't get a look in. So that's the fun part. So we've been sitting down with developers, seeing what blocks are available in the market coming on stream. We've actually got a consortium of 5 landowners together that are happy for us to consolidate that land holding and to put a deal together for the government utility that is looking again for 150 people accommodation. So what does it all mean? Now, on top of that, we have a huge expansion in industry. The mines are going gangbusters, are putting on people. Give you, for instance, one of the mining companies is building 25 homes. And they're not in the business of building homes, but they could not get any stock in the market. Rental vacancy is under 1%. The growth that Geraldton has experienced and is going to experience, in my view, if I polish my crystal ball, is going to be tremendous. So we are certainly positioning ourselves for taking advantage of this great growth in Geraldton. We have just ourselves, with the support and involvement of some of you, submitted the development application for an 8-unit site. It's a 3,000 square meter site that is going to be broken up into 8 units. And I expect the capital gain on that by completion to be about 20%. Now, the rental yield will be in excess of 7%. Now, anyone that doesn't like those figures, well, show me what you're doing. The long-term projection for Geraldton is looking fantastic. Obviously, do your own research. Everybody's circumstances are different. But the security in a 47,000 people town, with health being the main and first income producer, then I believe it is the farming, both aquaculture as well as wheat farming. And the farmers have had a bumper year. So there's certainly a lot of money in the economy. Then we have the mining industry, and that is certainly a big contributor. But the fun part about Geraldton is it has really hit maturity. It is no longer subject to the ebbs and flows of one sector. There are a number of different income sources into Geraldton, and that makes it a lot more stable and a lot more predictable as a town. So we as property friends see property in Geraldton as a great, great investment. I dare say, and I use the words hotspot, I see it as a hotspot. There are a very few number of investors that have woken up to this. People are certainly positioning themselves. And we, other than the 8-unit development, have 3 units in a new estate called Wavecrest. 3 lots, I should say, 2,500 square meter lots with the most gorgeous, drop-dead gorgeous views to the ocean. Now, can you imagine that? 2,500 square meters, and you look down your block and you see the ocean. Gorgeous. Now, through Factory to Key, our modular home company, we can put packages together in 6 to 8 months. And we have just been through the latest stats. Last year, the duration for building a home blew out to, what was it, 684 days, average, 684 days, from hitting site to giving you the key. Now, that's 2 years. That is just untenable. That is just not the way to do it. And by us being able, through Factory to Key, through the modular home building, to put a house down and hand it over to you, a quality NCC National Construction Code Class 1A building, in 18 months less than the local builders can do, and they're all chock-a-block. That means real money. Think about it yourself. Let's take just an $800,000 home. Let's take 5% interest rate. So that is $40,000 per year, but we're saving 1.5 years. So that's $60,000 saved just in interest. Now, I don't know about you, but when I have a bone, I want to have it now. If I make a decision, I'm going to buy an investment property or buy myself a new home, I want it now. I don't want to wait 2 years. So that's another big influencing factor and advantage of Factory to Key, of modular dwellings. We have 6 designs at this point in time, and we are adding to it constantly, that are available, from a 60 square meter compact 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom unit to a 300 square meter executive home with 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, butler's kitchen, family room, additional study, you name it, it's got it. So the message that I want to give to you in the modular industry, building is faster, better, more cost efficient. And really, the modular home completed is no different, hear me, no different to any other home. Same warranties apply, same maintenance applies. We had an information session here last night, and I got asked the question, well, what will the home look like in 10 years? And I said, well, what does your home look like after 10 years? The question is more, am I doing the necessary maintenance that any home needs? So again, a modular home is no different to any other home. If I choose to have wood cladding in a salt-laden atmosphere next to the beach, don't do that. Then I have to expect to have to repaint it at least every 2 years. Now that's no different on a modular home as it is on a traditional home. But the quality of a modular home, I can guarantee, is higher than a normal stick home, or here in Geraldton double brick home. The modular homes are still 7.5 star energy rated. That's what we design them for. They are C3, category 3 cyclone rated. We don't need that here. And we rather play it safe. So all in all, in summary, check out Geraldton. It is a great place to invest. Check out modular homes, check out Property Friends, and check out Factory to Key. So factorytokey.com.au and propertyfriends.com.au. And if you want to know any further, hit the discovery call button. You'll be referred to my online calendar, and let's have a chat. And remember, you gotta be in it to win it. Have a good one.